Hey guys, Y13A here. Today I want to introduce you guys to Rapid Prototype 004. This design, the full build for it is available on my channel if you go back and watch my live streams. You can definitely skip through some parts or play it on 2x speed, but the full build is there if you're interested. In this video, I just want to give you guys a brief summary of the overall design and kind of just walk you through some of the features. So looking at the overall aircraft, the main feature of this design is its unique configuration. So with this design, we're introducing a forward swept wing in the front and a twin boom empennage A-tail, or inverted V, as some people like to call it, in the back. And so that's kind of the main feature here, but a lot of the innovations, I guess, are in the details of how it was made. So I'm going to go through that now. So starting with the fuselage, we really just started from a clean slate, right? This design, if you go back to the live stream, started with a isometric sketch or 3D view sketch, and kind of went from there. And so to be able to accommodate that design, we just really broke off from the traditional method of using a dart paper airplane and building on top of that. So instead of doing that, we made a custom fuselage base here, which you can see looks like a teardrop airfoil, right? Like a symmetric airfoil from the nose to the back here. And so that served as our base, and we traced that onto regular printer paper, and eventually transferred that shape to a cardstock material. Actually, it was a cereal box. It's a little bit stiffer than cardstock, but it's like kind of a cardboard. But you can definitely find it readily available if you eat a lot of cereal. So we started with that, and on the top here, we lofted a single straw, I think, and really just formed some of the three-dimensional features here. This straw serves a purpose, right? It doesn't just look nice. It adds a lot of, pitch rigidity, so bending rigidity, right? So I can't really bend this plane that much. So it adds a lot of rigidity, and it's the same story for the underside here. You can actually see a bit of the straw right here. These are from Dunkin' Donuts. They're 1/4 inch diameter. I highly recommend them. They're very lightweight and strong, and so I use that to loft the fuselage. After doing that, I then applied panels, right, custom made panels all over the aircraft to really just smooth everything out. And that's the case here with the main fuselage, right? You can see let me just focus for a second. You can see the panels wrapped around that straw loft, and it kind of continues back here, right? It's a very tapered area, and it's also true for the nose here. And the nose is rather interesting here. We tried a new technique where we cut multiple slots to enable this kind of wrapping method, right? You might see some of the cuts here, but we tried to approximate a round surface to be able to curve that cardstock onto the shape of the nose here. But that's kind of the new innovations, I guess, is testing out new ways of manufacturing and then new materials as well. Because if we look at the wings now, the wings are actually incredibly high aspect ratio, which makes them pretty susceptible to crashes, right? Damage during a crash, because this is a unpowered glider after all. So internally, the wings are actually supported by popsicle sticks, wooden popsicle sticks. So it's incredibly strong. I'm just holding it by the wingtip here, and normally with a straw support internally, it would not be able to just stay perfectly fine. But with a popsicle stick, you can see it's pretty stiff, right? Like I'm shaking it, and it's not really giving or bending the wing, which is great. And it makes it thinner too, right? So you have a thinner cross section overall, and that reduces aerodynamic drag in the process. So they're all improvements overall. And you can see here at the wingtips, we also incorporated some paper clips, which were kind of bent to give it a downwards sloping, I guess, anhedral winglet here, which didn't turn out to be that great of an idea after I flight tested it a couple times indoors, but you can tell it's kind of worn out. But that was part of the original design, is downwards winglet, and that's pretty much it for the wing. It's cantilevered right at the fuselage, so the popsicle stick support comes in and is securely attached to the fuselage, so it's a very strong integration, which is good. Now moving on to the tail empennage here. This configuration is a twin boom, right? And for the booms, I just used a simple black straw here. And this is one of those thin diameter drinking straws, which you can find pretty much anywhere. But you can also buy like a pack of these for like, a couple bucks for like 500 of them. So it's highly economical as well. This was just simply taped on to the wing here. It's not the most secure, I guess, but it does serve the purpose perfectly fine. So, we're just gonna stick with it. I thought about building a fairing around this, but I ultimately decided not to, for simplicity's sake. So in the back here, with the A tail, or inverted V, as some people might call it, I took a unique approach to this. In the back, you might notice that this boom and tail surface integration is relatively clean, and that's due to a new idea that I had, which was a half cut, right? So you take a circular straw and you cut it at one location, and you're able to actually slide this cardstock material in and secure it like that. So that's kind of what happened here. So that's a pretty neat integration detail. And for the overall design of the tail, I took a more, I guess, organic design approach, right? So you can see there's a lot more curvature here than I normally put into my designs. So that's also new. For the actual surface, it's double layered at the front to, give it that airfoil lip, right? You don't want a single layer of cardstock, which easily allows air to separate at high angles of attack. So I double layered it in the front, but kept it relatively lightweight in the back with a single layer. So that's kind of the design of the tail here, in a nutshell. So just overall, this aircraft is, designed to be lightweight, right? It's designed to be efficient. It's a lightweight and strong frame. And from initial flight tests indoors, it's not that stable. So I might have to make some modifications before I do a full outdoors test. But in this video, I just wanted to give you guys a brief rundown of the design. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned for flight tests in the future, and hope you stay safe and well. Thanks for watching.